Mackenzie is microwaveable. Hey there. Today I'm going to rant to you about something that I think is a really serious problem, and I really think it needs to be addressed because it's just so appalling to me that people do this, and I want to make it illegal so bad. I want Congress to pass a law that says you can't do this because you shouldn't be able to. What I'm talking about is when people go shopping or go to dinner or go to a movie or do whatever, they bring their dogs with them and then leave their dogs in the car with the window cracked like that much. That is inhumane. It should be classified as cruel and unusual punishment. Why would you do that to your dog? I can't, I'm out of breath. That's how angry I am. Makes me so mad that people do this because you wouldn't do that to your child. If your mom left you in a car with the window cracked for an hour and a half while she went shopping or to lunch or something, that would be classified as child abuse. Why is it different for animals? It shouldn't be. And you're probably saying, oh, Mackenzie, you probably do that with Molly all the time. No, we don't. Someone stays in the car with her with the air conditioning or the heat on. You probably don't know this, but people can call animal control for this. Now, people try to justify leaving their dogs in the cars because they cracked the window and that's considered accurate ventilation for the animal. But it's really not, especially when it's like 90 degrees outside. Do you know how hot a car gets? Or how cold it gets, especially if you live in a place like where I lived in Minnesota, where the hottest it gets in the winter is like -40. You can't be leaving your dog in conditions like that. You just can't. And I actually looked it up, the Denver Animal Ordinance, which states, I'm quoting, quote, "It shall specifically be cruel, dangerous, or inhumane for any person to leave an animal in an unattended vehicle either without adequate ventilation or any manner which subjects the animal to extreme temperatures that are dangerous or detrimental to the animal's health or welfare." Okay? So around summer in Colorado, it gets up to like 90s, 100, and even with the window cracked, the car is still going to be up to 180 or 200 degrees in like 60 minutes. They could suffer heat stroke. They could die in those cars. What? How does that make sense? That's another thing. When they're in cars, they don't have access to water. They could get dehydrated. Dehydration and heat stroke all at the same time. That is not a good mixture, and they could die faster. Just please, that breaks my heart when I see an animal or dog in a car and they're just like, their noses are pressed up into the crack of the window because they're trying to get air because it's so hot. That is suffering. They don't deserve to be locked up in some hot or cold car for hours at a time, wasting away, wondering if you're coming back. No animal deserves that. I'm not gonna get too emotional, but oh my gosh. I don't understand. If you are one of the people who does that, I've lost all respect for you, and I don't even know you. You've lost all my respect by doing that to that animal. If you do that to a dog, you do not love them. You don't. You're selfish, and you should not be allowed to have animals. And you should have to register as an animal abuser the same way you do as a sex offender. I really want this to be made like a law or something. I want there to be a law against dogs in cars without a human present with the dog in the car, and the car on with heat or air conditioning. Okay? Or I will come and make a citizen's arrest. Believe it. I am actually putting the number of Denver Animal Control into my cell phone, so if I see a dog in a car without the windows cracked, I am calling them and they are coming to take your dog, put them in a shelter, and hopefully they'll find a better family than you ever were. And I've actually also taken to keeping a notepad and a pen in my car. If I see a dog in a car and they have adequate ventilation, animal control couldn't justify seizing the dog, then I will leave a note for you on your car saying that how terrible you are for doing this to your dog. So if you're in the Denver area and you get one of those, it was me, and I stand by that statement until the end of time. We know you love your dog and you're proud of them and you want to show them off, but there are places to do that, and they are called dog parks. And you probably need to exercise too, so take them there, and they will love you for it. They will love you forever if you do that. If you love your animals, if you want them to live a good life and be happy and love you, you cannot do this. And if you see a dog in a car, please at least do the notebook thing. Maybe that'll kick in their conscience a little bit. I'm really passionate about it, and it's really important to me that people stop doing this because it's despicable and I hate it. On a lighter note, let's go into the kitchen, which is over there, and see the ingredients for this week.